Hello. Welcome to Absolute Cuts. Nighttime record.
A nighttime
First time for a while.
Yeah. That's because I'm fucking off to Ireland for the week.
Yeah, Cullen's off to Cork tomorrow and then all of Ireland.
All of Ireland, yeah. Well, do you know what? Because there's no fucking trains, proper trains anyway, in Ireland, and the flights are all over the fucking place, and I live in Donegal. I have to get a bus from Cork to Donegal on Wednesday morning.
That's grim.
Whole thing will take me about 9 hours.
What? The size of that island and it's going to take 9 hours?
Yeah, it takes 4.5 hours to get to Galway, and then I'll take a break in Galway for an hour, and then it's another 4.5 hours.
What's a load of shit?
Are
you going to...
Actually, I get the Ballybuffet. It's still an hour away from my house. I have to get a lift there too.
God. Have you done your gig in Strabane yet?
No, that's next week.
Strabane.
It's sold out.
Is it? Is that the one sold out?
Nothing makes sense. I went to do this to see how many tickets I could basically sell in places, right? And I was like, I'll not have to worry about Cork or Dublin.
Got to worry about Cork and Dublin.
Dublin.
To be fair, Cork's on a Tuesday night, so that's...
Yeah, it's going to be rough, I reckon. Maybe 20 people, I think, 20 tickets there. Only at the moment. And that's tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's tomorrow. Dublin undersold as well. Mind you, again, threw that on the same night as the Ireland match.
Dublin's tough, man.
In Dublin. Yeah, it's a shift. Like, I was just sitting there going like, yeah, but it's a tough one for you. It shouldn't be a tough one for me.
No, it shouldn't.
When I was there for fucking wherever. So, found that. Straban's fine. Monaghan's fucking flying. Fucking Glasgow was great. Like, it's just, it's just fun.
There's no rhyme or reason. We're always talking about this as well. How you can sell Edinburgh, no bother, but 40 miles down the M8, Glasgow, fuck all.
Yeah. They really, yeah.
I've been playing with for those of you who aren't watching, I found a Rubik's Cube in the studio here. There was a guy trying to explain this to me in Altitude, how you do them. Because I always thought it was algorithms, and there was a certain way that if you basically twisted it in 9 different moves, you were guaranteed to do it.
Okay,
no. Apparently that's not the case. Apparently you have to get certain things. I mean, I've been working on this while you've been taking a shit, and I got 5 on one side, and I think this is the best I've ever done.
I don't know why I was annoyed that you said I went to a shit.
Did you not go for a shit?
I was like 20 seconds. Absolute pumping dump.
I just assume you're like chimp. You're like chimp-like, and you just shit it in your hand and lob it out the window, and then like, that'll do.
Scattered.
And they're also dry that you don't even need to wipe afterwards. They're basically dust, particles of dust. Basically, I imagine you shit what happens to people when Thanos snaps his fingers. That's your shit.
Man, my algorithm's so racist now that all I get...
What a sentence.
I think I said it before, I've sent Sid like a mad racist...
Yeah,
Sid here, listener of the podcast, and everything, but it hasn't. I've been trying to get out of it.
Yeah.
Most of it is just like you have one wish, or you have clicking your fingers, and it's just like
it just destroys.
It just says like Indians, Muslims, Japanese people, and it's just them disappearing in the dust. And I'm like, well, God, somebody needs to stop this.
Yeah, wonder how long it would take to reset your algorithm.
I've been trying. It's taking a while.
But if you say you get into some proper niche shit, right? So say you wanted to watch curling trick shots.
Yeah, okay.
Right? Yeah. I don't know how many there are, but there must be some.
There must be.
Some people must have done.
What about a curling trick shot be like? Just for your legs?
Well, not even trick shots, like class. An overarm curler. So a class, like there's a clip that I've seen of a guy that's doing like lawn bowls, and he gets it through such a tiny. I mean, basically the entire width of this bowl, he gets it through this gap and manages to take out the opposition. He manages to take out the opposition bowls and get it nestling against the jack.
Okay,
right. So there called? The jack's the white one. Do you not remember the Ali G? Borat when he went to learn to play lawn bowls.
I think so.
And who is Jake?
Okay.
When will Jake come? There must be. So say for example, right? You wanted We'll go there. Lawn bowls trick shots.
Okay, right.
How long would it take to get the algorithm up to speed where that's the majority of stuff it's given you?
I would say 2 days.
You think 2
If
days?
you're searching for it and only clicking it, it's getting rid of it.
Right.
I think would take longer.
Aye.
You know, because like as I said, you know, and then I kept getting racist ones, and then I'd watch the racist ones.
Aye.
Because
That's your problem.
yeah, so you know, I come up and go, "Fuck me," but I'm watching it for like 5
Yeah.
seconds, and then it's like, "This guy loves it," so it just keeps doing it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Well, I'm going to look at the car crash."
I did notice it because I sent one of our friends, Matty,
Yeah.
a reel of Stephanie McMahon
Okay. Right.
in early 2000s
Yeah. Yeah.
WWE Raw. And now, if I go to the search bit, about
Oh, the
13 of the 15 pictures
yeah.
of Stephanie McMahon
Yeah.
with
yeah.
like massive jabs. That's literally all I have now. And again, I'll go and look at all 13. So the algorithm's going, this man loves Stephanie McMahon.
It's why I keep saying to you, remember, like the Absolute Cuts page isn't used. Well, I don't use it
Yeah.
in video watching, but because the first person is always Jessica Alba, if we log in, it's whatever Jessica Alba's doing. So I must have looked at Jessica Alba when I fucking for like 3
Yeah.
seconds, or maybe.
Why is the first person Jessica Alba?
Because we added her after Good Luck Chuck. I've been trying to add the
Oh,
people
so we
from
do.
the movies.
Aye, so we did,
right?
aye.
So when that happened,
Oh, yeah.
but it's obviously Jessica Alba. So I've clearly looked at it more
Aye.
than fucking Josh Brolin's.
Remember, we were gonna add an actor from each film.
Yeah, I've kind of kept up with it a
Yeah.
bit because a lot of them don't. I try to go for Bruce Willis, and then it's all old cunts, and it's just weird fan pages.
I don't imagine. I don't imagine Bruce Willis keeps his own page.
No, yeah. He's probably refreshing a literal piece of paper. He's like fucked in the head now. Another follow. It's your driver's license, and you're not allowed in the car either, Bruce.
Oh God. We had a discussion today on one of the WhatsApp groups we're in because I took the kids to a farm, right? And I still maintain this, and I've been looking it up, right?
You're wrong.
I maintain there are no solely so. It was a farm we went to, and you went to feed. The main thing was to feed the new lambs, right?
Yeah.
And they got you in this thing where you could go in. I mean, it's borderline animal cruelty, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Right, where kids would queue up, and then you'd get in, and somebody would lay this newborn fucking lamb in each of their laps, and they'd bear hug them within an inch of their life, right? And this lamb's fucking hating their day.
Yeah.
But there was loads of different animals there, and there was big, massive pigs, and I'm a huge fan of pigs. There was piglets as well, which were very cool. And
I don't think I've even seen a piglet.
piglet is a small pig.
Yeah, I know, but I've never actually. I know that I wasn't like, what's that? I've just not seen one in real life.
And you could buy bags of feed. This is where they get you.
Okay.
Right, you buy a bag of feed, and it was a pound a bag of feed.
You eating
Right,
it, watching the pigs.
Yeah. So I think I spent about 10 quid on feed.
Okay,
Which, when I looked at the feed, I was like, this is just wet straw.
Okay.
I was like, this isn't feed.
Yeah.
They've already got shitloads of straw.
Yeah.
But the fucking animals go mental for it. Okay. And then they all love the same food. Like there's no distinction. Like none of these animals. There was goats.
They're like
sheep.
Italians.
Yeah, none of them turned up their nose at this feed. They were all on board with the feed. So I was like saying this, and then you said, "Why are you at a pig farm?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, it's not a pig farm. There are pigs on the farm." Yeah. And I said, "There are no pig farms."
Yes, and we.
I still maintain that there are no farms that are solely pigs.
I know a pig farm.
No, you don't.
But you said it's.
Nobody
you
knows
actually
that.
said it's because you in your stupid Jippo land is what you said.
Yes. You don't know a pig. You maybe know a farmer who has pigs.
I definitely have no.
But
The next door
don't-
neighbor has pigs.
Right, but you don't.
Not that's a real farm.
I don't believe if there are any farmers that listen to this. I don't believe you could run a farm solely on the pig.
You definitely could. I mean, come on.
What? Wait, how?
But it's a pig farm. Like it's not. You don't need like loads of land. They're just basically them big fucking.
It's a big muddy bit.
It's just a big muddy bit and the big thing.
I wouldn't call that a farm then.
But it is called a pig farm.
No, I would call that a cunt who keeps pigs.
Okay, right.
Right?
No, you're right. Yeah.
I could keep pigs. If I
okay.
got a shitload of pigs in my back garden, they would turn into their muddy, slurry mess.
Yeah.
I'm not a pig farmer.
I mean, if you have a massive shelter of hundreds or thousands of pigs, you're a pig farmer. You're not a mad collector.
Here's my point about it, right?
Okay.
pigs don't produce enough offspring.
Yeah.
Right? So you can't. So pigs, what are you selling? Right. So if you're a sheep farmer, right, you can sell the sheep for food.
Yeah,
You also sell the wool, right? The sheep will also then give you lambs.
Yeah.
Right.
And the milk's not great.
There's a lot, but you could sell the milk of the sheep, right? There's a lot coming from a sheep. Cow, you're getting milk, right? You're also getting the beef. Yeah. You're also getting the hide, right?
Shag them as well.
So you're getting 3 things from the cow here: chicken, fucking eggs, and the chickens.
Okay.
Right? Pig, food. That's it. Pig's producing nothing else. Right? The pig also doesn't produce enough offspring for you to have a shitload of fucking pigs. So I'm saying to you, no one could survive on pig alone.
I don't
Pig's
know.
not bringing in enough money.
It's a good argument. I'll give you that, but I don't
think there's enough pigs. There were 3 adult pigs there today and 4 piglets.
Okay.
Right? So I'm reckoning, I don't know if one of them was the da and there's 2 hoes.
Yeah.
Right? And 4 of them are, but that's not a lot. So you sell all of those pigs because you can't sell the adult pigs because they're needed to make the new pigs. So you've then got to keep. So then you have 4 pigs. But how the fuck are you making a living with 4 pigs?
Yeah, well, I say if you have an actual pig farm, you're going to have more than 4 pigs. Is what I'm saying. You're going to have a lot of pigs.
I don't think you can have that many pigs.
But what do you mean? That makes it sound like you think it's illegal.
No, I don't. I believe farmers will have pigs, but as a side hustle. I believe pigs are a side hustle to their main farming.
I wonder if that place where Attracta Haran, who was a woman, got murdered down by the house, down in Donegal, and they fed her to pigs like fucking.
They fed like Bricktop and Snatch.
This thing, yeah. The remains were found in the pigs, and they would always say a pig farm, and I'm wondering, is it an actual farm? I want to check if that was a pig farm.
Listen, I am open to.
I am too, actually.
I'm open to being proven wrong here.
Proven.
Proven.
We've done this fight.
Have we?
It's proven. You've been proven wrong. It's not proven.
Proven wrong. You've been you give proof.
I prove something,
but you have been proven because it's past tense. You have been proven wrong.
I think that's a pile of shit. I'm actually more angry.
It's a past participle. I think you've been proven wrong. You've not been proven wrong.
Like I am the guy.
Proven wrong. Fucking hell! It's the kind of thing a fucking moron would say in court.
Well, in
proven.
fairness, I am
proven.
I am
you have not been proven wrong. Shut the fuck up. Guilty.
I am the right. Well, someone's riding in Denmark, fella. So there is a high chance here that I might be wrong.
So if there are any farmers out there, please let us know.
On English teachers.
Or English teachers, yeah. And no doubt we'll make some medical claim during this fucking podcast where the apparent multiple doctors that listen to this correct us for being morons.
Yeah. I enjoy that. In fairness. Most of the time people keep messaging me. Like I'm the one that gets like corrections every week, and nearly all of them are something I've said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like it wasn't the Deftones was the reason one. People were so angry.
Oh, I folk will be angry at that.
It was Disturbed, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
I was like, all right. I was like, great, I can listen to the Deftones again. Don't like Disturbed.
Disturbed. Have you ever heard? You not heard Disturbed's cover Sounds of Silence by Simon Garfunkel? Oh my god, it's like literally one of the best covers you will ever hear in your life. It's fucking incredible.
Cancer Bats doing Sabotage.
I've not heard that.
Good cover.
Is that good? I don't know.
You're right. A good live.
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah. I mean, it's a classic film, a classic song. If you fuck it up, you'll be raging.
What else was I going to tell you? I don't know if I've ever talked about. So the shoes I have on, right?
Okay.
They are slip-on shoes. Right now.
Right.
The reason I got them, for a while ago, I had a thing called plantar fasciitis. Right, it was a lot more common than you think it will be, and you've probably had it, but never had it checked out. Right, it's a severe pain in the arch of your foot.
Okay,
right, and it's like a mental fucking. It sounds so serious, but it's not.
Okay, right.
So it just goes away. Like you can stretch it. You can like pull a towel up and stretch. But it's a ligament that runs along the arch of your foot.
I don't think I've gotten that.
Yeah. So a lot of people get it, and when I got it, I was like fucking so sore. And to be aware, I've got quite wide feet, right? I know what they say about men with wide feet.
Why? White Cocks, is it? It's like a fucking book.
White cocks.
That'd be fucking. If you have like big ankles, you have big balls. The
Cock like a dual carriageway.
Fuck's sake.
So, because I couldn't wear like sambas or anything like that, I was like, I need a shoe. I need a comfortable shoe. So I went into Tesco, right?
So good start.
And I was just like, is there a pair of shoes that I don't need to tie? But what really got me right
That's fucking laziness.
was they had memory foam insoles.
Okay.
Right, and my good God,
Now you're talking.
like fucking feel like you're walking on clouds all the time, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna get them. So I got them, and then they had them for about a year and a half, and then they got. I wore them constantly, and they all got fucked up. So I was like, I need a new pair. And then I couldn't find them again. I went to Tesco and they were. I don't know if they'd been discontinued or not.
Yeah.
So then I was like, shit, I need these fucking shoes. And the closest you can get is Skechers.
Is that the like ska kind of ones?
Yes.
The little chessboardy looking?
Yeah, but I wasn't going to get them.
Yeah, they were
But
big for a short period of time.
And Skechers, I'm not going to go into Skechers. Like, I'm too...
Expensive there as well.
They're fucking expensive for what they are. It's fucking ridiculous.
Really I'd never buy money on Skechers. Buy money on Skechers.
So then I went on to Vinted.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I can't even remember what these fucking shoes are called, what the make is or anything. So I just typed in Tesco navy blue men's shoes, and I scrolled, and I was like, there's the fuckers.
Yeah,
So somebody
yeah.
was selling them in my size, so I got them, which is this pair. But now these are fucked, right? And
So
these
you
are
have to go-
fucked
Yeah.
because last night I went to. Seamus wanted to go out because they're in the Easter holidays just now. We went out and bought him a new pair of goalie gloves yesterday,
Okay.
right? And he was like, I want to go and try these out. So I was like, but like our garden's too small for me to leather shots at him. So
Is it? I don't think so, is it?
it's all on a slope.
Oh, yeah, so,
So-
you lose the ball.
and the problem
You're like
is-
in a favela.
Yeah, but if the problem is if he doesn't save it, or if he saves it and goes over the bar, it's going on a main road,
Aye,
which will fuck people up.
Yeah.
And I don't know whether you'd go to jail for that. Like if you kicked a ball onto a road and it hit someone's windscreen and they ploughed into a lamppost and killed themselves, I don't know whether you're.
Well, you would just take the ball and pretend nothing ever happened.
I suppose you just say it's not my ball.
yeah,
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
yeah. Cue from your garden.
Football, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. Football, I'm a Protestant.
I'm a mere pig farmer.
Bad lies. I'm a pig. I'm a mere pig farmer. What would I be doing with football?
So,
you with your goalkeeper gloves on.
what?
My gardening gloves. I deal with pigs, man.
These are my Nike gardening gloves.
Turn around. Shea Given one on their back.
So he was like, "Can we go?" And I was like, "Well, where do you want to go?" And he was like, "Well, there's pitches down there." And I was like, "There are fucking pitches down there," but like most things, and this is why we don't have a good national team, is kids can't play in pitches anymore because they're all locked up, and if you want to pay for them, it's prohibitively expensive for regular kids to go and play on pitches. So I was like, right. So I was like, right, where the fuck are we going to go? And I knew there was pitches along from where I am, but we went on these. So obviously, there's no nets in these fucking things. It's just goalposts, and it's beside these flats. And the ground, you're playing on a field.
Yeah,
It's a fucking field. And there was cans strewn about the place. There was somebody's discarded fucking T-shirt.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is going to need to do.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
But because it was so overgrown and so fieldy, I had to leather. Because he was like, because it's full-size goals, I took a couple of shots and he was like, well, we can't keep doing this because, like, even if I dived as far as I could, I couldn't reach the side here. So you can't keep leathering shots at me from penalty spot distance.
Yeah.
So I was like, no, you're right. So then I had to back it up as if I was taking a shot every time from outside the box. But because it was so bobbly and so fieldy, I had to fucking leather every single shot.
get it
right? And because it was leather in every single shot, every single time, the ball was just tearing the seams away at these shoes. So by the end, I've got like, look.
Oh my God! Yeah, it's
the fucking whole bottom of my shoe.
yeah. Flaps.
Because I was trying to curl them in constantly.
Thinking you're fucking Pirlo.
And now I can't find them invented again.
Nah, the king.
I think this is the last of them.
You think you're imagine it, somebody else is going to be looking for them. And he's like, you were playing football in them, you piece of shit.
You're a fucking idiot. Yeah,
they were fucking vintage.
The other thing I found out about these shoes is Jamie Redknapp advertised them. Right,
Like Jamie Redknapp owned these.
the same. Right, I found out Jamie Redknapp advertised these shoes, and a shirt that I was bought as a gift at Christmas. I was in a shop and I saw an advert with Michael Owen modelling. I'm basically being styled by the entire 90s Liverpool team now.
Big fucking hell. These boxers, Ian Rush. Do you know, Eugene tried to make, for a while, he eventually gave up and bought us actual goalposts, right? But he one stage, he tried to make us ones. And my God, did he make them far too big. They were like 2 times the size of Premiership. Like we never missed, right?
Yeah.
And he built it proper square. You know, there was no posting in. If you actually hit the corner where it would hit the post in, the ball would explode. It was that sharp of a thing, right? And then he had fishing net. You know, like the thinnest fishing net. Like you couldn't get a fucking goldfish through it. Never mind a football. Like I know that's the point of it, but the thickness of it, right? And then I remember once going like, can I get a basketball hoop? Just, you know, you kind of like attach up to like, not even with a standing, you just up high on the near, you know, you attach them to the roof kind of, or whatever that little thing. And he goes, nah, fuck that, I'll make one. And then he just tore the cabinet door off, one of the cabinets in this thing. And then he turned it backwards, nailed it off the roof, and then just made like a bent metal bar, made it too small. So
basketball wouldn't go through.
Yeah, so he had to buy us mini basketballs.
Jesus
and I was like,
Christ.
This is just bias. The fucking things are 20 quid.
Exactly.
They're not even like,
aye.
no way, I'll make that. Looked horrific.
Yeah.
People are looking at the back going like, why are you living like this?
Dartboard, I'll make you a fucking dartboard. Get one of your mum's serving plates. Starts dividing it into.
Just chipping off China. Fuck's sake. He's a fucking tit.
Have you ever seen, quickly before we start the film, Seamus showed me this. He was like, have you ever seen The Ghost Goal by Leverkusen?
Is that the one that went in the corner and kind of popped out? And they couldn't, it looks weird when it kind of goes.
So the guy takes a corner, and then one of the Leverkusen players head it, and it goes in the net, and it looks like a perfectly normal headed corner goal. And then in the replays, it goes on the outside of the post, but goes in the side of the net, but ends up in the back of the goal. And you're like, how the fuck? And then like people are explaining it like there's some. It's why referees always check the nets before game starts, because there was one slight gap. And it's just fucking slipped through. But because it's so quick, you can't see it. It looks like it just enters through the side of the net. It's very cool.
Love it. Yeah. Just fucking...
Right. This week's film, we are doing our first ever zombie film, Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead? No, when I was a kid, my favourite show was Spaced.
Right,
I was a big Edgar Wright guy. And I loved this, and I like this better than Hot Fuzz.
So am I right in thinking Shaun Spaced would be around about 2002?
A little bit earlier. I think it was like 2000 to 2001. There was only 2 seasons.
I know that.
I think it was about 2000, 2001. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then obviously they did this.
See, I know this is beloved, and I know this is considered a hugely British classic. I don't not get the appeal.
Yeah.
But I'm not as on board as everybody else. And I think it might be in the same way when I've brought films like Ferris Bueller and Breakfast Club. Yeah. Because I have a huge gap in my both TV watching, not so much my film watching, but definitely my British TV comedy watching.
Yeah, okay.
In around about 2000, because I was at uni then.
So you just
and I just didn't watch telly. I was just I was fucking out shagging all the time. So I was You have time for no TV. Unless you got a TV strapped to your back, girl.
It's even funnier back then thinking about that because there've been big block TVs.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's not like it was an iPad.
Like a rucksack.
yeah.
Put this on.
One of those old like Macs with a big
Put
blue.
this on so I can catch up on Gladiators. So I've never seen Spaced.
Oh yeah.
Never
I
seen
don't
Spaced.
think you'd like it.
No, I don't think I'd like it.
I don't
either.
think you'd like it. It's way more fucking wacky than these.
Is it about nerds?
Yeah, very nerdy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it would have been. Yeah, it was great. Well, there's more than it, but he's a nerd, yeah, and there's a lot of nerdy references.
Yeah.
Then he did Shaun of the Dead, and that was great. I like it more than Hot Fuzz. That's one of the questions and big debates that people keep asking.
Never seen Hot Fuzz either.
Hot Fuzz. You haven't seen Hot Fuzz?
So I'll have no answer to that debate.
Third one was dog shit.
I didn't know there was a third one.
Yeah, at World's End. Really.
That's about aliens.
I think it's aliens in a bar.
Aye.
Shit.
Right.
And then he went and did what? Scott Pilgrim? Nah.
Scott Pilgrim's all right.
Well, okay.
I love Baby Driver.
And then Baby Driver.
I think Baby Driver's fucking incredible.
Yeah.
And he was going to do Ant-Man. He wrote Ant-Man, but then left directing Ant-Man for creative differences.
Okay.
And I didn't know he's now making the Running Man. He's doing the remake of the Running Man.
He's a very smart director, I think.
Yeah.
he uses simple shit like even it sounds like fucking stupid, but like in Spaced, anytime like 1 hour later would be just like an ashtray of the fig as the O. I know it's stupid shit, but it's constant that and thing. But I think he's just a very smart director.
Yeah. Oh no, I mean, I think Baby Driver is a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah,
I genuinely think. Obviously,
ruined by
a lot of
two dodgy lads in it now.
Because I didn't know. What's the actual guy?
Ansel Agart.
Ansel Agart. So what did he get done with?
Like trying to shag 15-year-olds and stuff.
Oh god.
I think it was that, and then there was a couple of things came out, but he's kind of like gone.
Yeah.
They don't like he's not even remotely made a comeback. I'm pretty sure he just disappeared. That's it.
And he's the only actor in Baby Driver that's got any kind of dodgy past at all. Yeah, I thought so.
The only one at all.
Yeah.
That fucking Lily James, dodgy bastard.
But I mean, like, listen, I enjoyed the film. The first time I've ever seen it, I enjoyed it. I don't think I laughed.
Wow.
Which is strange for me because I normally laugh a lot at comedies. I enjoyed it more than I laughed at it.
I'll have a brazen claim here, and it's not because it's thing, but there's not a wild lot of it. It is the best comedy horror film of all time. Now, I know what you'll say. Because they're not good, right? You've got like Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Right, no.
Gremlins, you'd probably have. That would kind of count.
I don't know if I'd class Gremlins as
that's it is. I think like some people would class Gremlins.
A comedy. Zombieland?
Yeah, this is much better than Zombieland. I like Zombieland. But
that's a comedy. Is that a comedy?
Yes. Definitely. Yeah.
Let
me see what they have, right? So, like, I suppose you could say scary movie, but I find that more slapstick.
That's a spoof, though.
Spoof.
Well.
Yeah.
I suppose this is kind of. It's kind of a parody. I wouldn't say it's a parody. I think it's more a comedy homage. To Romero and.
Definitely. So they have what? Ready or Not? Really, that's pretty good, but it's not as good. The Menu, that doesn't count.
No, it doesn't. What? The Menu?
There's just
nothing like a comedy.
What We Do in the Shadows.
Well, I'd say that's
pretty funny. I don't think it's Cabin in the Woods. Yeah,
I wouldn't class Cabin in the Woods as a comedy.
That's the thing. It's too much of a loose genre in fairness to make the claim. Like somebody's like Piranha, I'm like that's not.
No, it's not. No.
Yeah.
So yeah, probably is the best.
It's just. I mean, it's in fairness when I said it, I was like, but it's like a small.
Maybe the only one.
yeah, but like
I would probably say Zombieland is.
Yeah. That's great. I actually really like Zombieland. Yeah.
That's all right.
I like the odd zombie film.
I don't. I think that's another problem I have. I don't really like zombie films.
Okay, right. Yeah. So like, I really like some, and others I'm like, oh,
yeah.
Can we fuck like?
I think zombies are the worst of the film horror folk. Of film horror, of canonical film horror characters. I think the zombie is the worst.
I find a lot of vampire films boring.
See, I'd go totally opposite. I think vampires, the gentleman of the cinema.
I like Nosferatu, I suppose, but
yeah. See, I'd like Ghosts top.
Right. Yeah.
I think your Ghost. Your Poltergeist standard, scary as fuck Ghost.
Yeah.
Your Paranormal Activity Ghost.
Right. Yeah.
We're including poltergeists and spectres and spirits and all that, right?
Okay, right, yeah.
And then vampires.
Okay.
And then I go werewolves.
Okay, no, I didn't, yeah.
And then I don't know, you can't...
I say that, I love Underworld and I love... I'm actually coming in my head now and I'm like, I actually love a lot
so
of vampire
Dog
stuff.
Soldier's a fucking great film
I haven't
as well.
seen Dog Soldiers.
American Wolf in London, class. Teen Wolf, class. There's a horror comedy, if you can class it that. Teen Wolf.
Never seen it.
Do you know fucking what? Michael J. Fox turns into a wolf, becomes a basketball star.
That was a fucking easy one for him.
Yeah.
They're just filming him twitching like a spaz and you're like, oh, there's the transformations beginning. You're like, oh, Michael, it's not midnight yet.
Throw some fur on him.
God, that was awful.
So I'd go zombies last. I just think they're a bit...
Train to Busan's unbelievable.
Yeah, that is good. No, listen, I think 28 Days Later is a fucking great film.
Fucking, I turned it off the last day.
Really?
I'm going to watch them all because I'm buzzing for the thing and I loved it, but I got so bored very quickly. You know,
yeah,
I think I might
class.
have seen it too many times or something, but I was just like, ugh.
I think the modern remake of Dawn of the Dead was phenomenal.
I fucking love that.
That was
Ving Rhames in the shopping centre.
That is great.
Brilliant film.
Yeah.
I don't know. You see, I'm not nerdy enough to know how these are rated. I don't know, like, 'cause you know, zombie fuckers are like
See, I think that's...
screaming at you about the Evil Dead and shit like that.
I
Like,
think that's my problem.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think any other horror movie character has as dedicated and geeky a fan base as the zombie does.
Yeah, definitely. They really do fuck things up for a lot of it. You know,
there's very few cunts going on about, oh, you're getting vampires wrong. Or fucking, you know what I mean? Like, there's very few dedicated vampires. I know people that fucking love zombie films.
Yeah, absolutely. And that one's a great one.
Yeah.
I watched that stuff.
That's class, because that the wee girl at the start. That's fucking excellent.
Unbelievably filmed, yeah. That's one of the better opening sequences of anything.
That's great. All the old ones, like Night of the Living Dead. Yeah.
Nah, I don't have that nerdy thing when
The
I watch it. It
original
just looks stupid to me.
Day
And
of the
everybody's
Dead
like,
and all
I
that
love this.
kinda-
And I'm like, I could just watch a good version of this.
Yeah.
Now. I wasn't here for that.
Aye. Nah.
Fuck that.
So I think that affected my... But again, I'm acting like I didn't enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I love Simon Pegg.
Yeah.
I love Edgar Wright.
Yeah.
I love a lot. I love Julia Davis, and that's who's Dawn in The Office.
Which one's? Oh, she's one of the friends, is it?
Yeah, she's one of the friends. Yeah. Dylan Moran's in this.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know until I saw him there.
Oh, do you know what?
No, I did.
It's a
Dylan
weird
Moran was
one.
in this.
He's even it's quite clearly him.
Yeah.
Dylan Moran.
Is it Moran?
Well, what I'd call him. That's what he'd be.
Is it?
Yeah.
British?
I've seen a lot of people say Moran. Like
In Britain, I've always known him as Dylan Moran.
do you know what? He probably is not
Dylan Moran.
Dylan Moran. I would have called him. Yeah.
Is it definitely Dylan?
Yeah.
Is it Dylan?
Dylan.
Dylan Moran.
Dylan Moran.
So I fucking love him. So yeah, I enjoyed it, but
There's a very I used to always love the I really loved the fucking line at the very start when he breaks up with his girlfriend and he's sitting in the bar and he's like, you don't need this, and then Chicago starts playing.
Yeah.
And he starts breaking it up. And he's like, oh, who the fuck put this on? And he's like, it's on random.
Yeah.
It's on random. Kills me every time.
Yeah. Did you see when it zooms in, when it says it's on random, all the other 3 songs are heartbreak songs as well?
Yeah. He's quite good for that. Like Space, you can put on a feature, like a referenceometer, and every scene has like 5. And it's the same with this. Like it's all hidden.
This is another...
You don't like that?
I don't hugely like...
Easter eggs.
I do like... No, I love Easter eggs. But it's where the Marvel films lose me sometimes, when it's almost like... And I get it. You're rewarding fans and you're rewarding dedicated people. But it's almost at the sake of taking the piss out of people that aren't in on the joke. Because they're like, you're too fucking stupid. You're not a big enough fan to get every references we've rammed. Because I know some of the references in this. Like, I get some of them. Like, but then when I was reading about it, I was like, oh, the fucking restaurant's named after like an Italian horror director. And like,
There's
I just...
That's
then,
just feeding it to the people you
But
hate.
then at the same time, I do like when Tarantino references the same shit all the time. So I think it's just
doing
that
it to
kind
fans
of...
that aren't you.
Yeah, basically. I don't like not being part of the... I like being left out. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah. I did enjoy the... Oh, by the way, it couldn't be a fucking English film without Bill Nighy in it.
Yeah.
Bill Nighy.
A national treasure in British cinema.
Yeah.
What is he actually... Right, apart from Love Actually, what massive things has Bill Nighy done?
About Time, is he in that?
Oh, that is a good film.
It is a very good film. Is he in that?
That would be after that. So was it... Right, let's see what... Let's have a look at Bill Nighy's career.
Yeah. Because there's a lot of people, like I like Jessica Hines, is it, or Jessica Stevens?
Jessica Hayes, is it Jessica Stevens or Jessica Stevens?
She got married and she
so she's the other girl from Spaced.
Yeah.
I do like that bit. I like the bit where the two teams come together.
Very funny.
And they're basically, the other five are like beloved British sitcom actors as well.
Yeah.
Steve Pemberton's there.
Yeah.
And the lassie for Black Books is there. And the cunt for Little Britain's at the back. And
Matt Lucas and what's her, Tamsin Greig? Is it?
Tamsin Greig, that's it. And I don't know who the other guy is.
No, I didn't really catch that.
No. Right.
Martin Freeman.
Yes, that was who I was thinking of. Martin Freeman. Yeah. So, and they've all. I didn't even realize that they almost all match each other up in different sitcoms.
Yeah. He does this. This is what he does.
So Jessica Stevenson and Simon Pegg would be Spaced.
Yeah.
Martin Freeman, Julia Davis would be The Office. Tamsin Greig and Dylan would be Black Books.
Does a lot of this type of
that
shit.
is clever. Right.
Clever wee bastard. Cocksetter maniac.
Bill Nye on... So films.
Yeah.
Right, so basically fuck all until... I mean, films, but I've never heard of any of them. Right. So then he's Love Actually. And then a year later, Shaun of the Dead. And then he does Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Then he does Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh,
so that would be big.
Right.
And then he's in Underworld Evolution.
Oh, God, that's right, he is.
Then he's in Hot Fuzz. And then the next, he's Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean as well.
Okay, so he has got some.
Valkyrie.
I didn't know he was Davy Jones. That's who that was behind.
And then he's in Harry Potter. I can't remember who he is in Harry Potter.
He's not the fucked up caretaker dude, is it? No, that's not.
Rufus Scrimgeour. Rufus Scrimgeour.
Right. Well.
But I mean, it's not like so. By far and away, his biggest role is definitely Love Actually.
No, because he's one of the main.
Like
characters.
his most recognised role.
Yeah.
He was in the remake of Total Recall. Don't know that.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that. I watched it recently.
Yeah. I don't know who. There was certain, like, I tell you what things I liked about it. Right. I liked. That sounds terrible. I liked the scene where his mum died.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I didn't expect it at all.
Oh yeah, blew her head
I didn't
off.
expect it to be that brutal.
Yeah.
Because naturally, they all die.
Yeah.
The majority of them all die.
Yeah. I mean, I did think that just the army turning up was a bit of a like checkout, like.
Yeah, I suppose, but.
Right, what else you do? Like,
what else does that
Where's
have?
everyone else? And usually
everything else is all other kind of zombie films are left so fucking ambiguous at the end because they're like, I don't know what happens. Are they still alive? Is it still going about, or is it like?
Yeah, and that's right. Oh, they got a hand of it and just used them in the service industry.
And what I love is they just fucking blow them away.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could kill zombies. I always thought that's
a different thing.
Thing about zombies is they couldn't be killed. That was the threat of them.
Usually it's the brain, isn't it, Rod? So if you kill a brain again, it kills it. That's what the most of it is. You smash the head, like it followed in this. If you kill the head, but like gunning them with machine guns in the stomach usually doesn't. Usually that would make them, like in The Walking Dead, if you machine gunned one down, it would still move, but it'd be mangled into bits if you just shot it.
I'm going to do a massively unimpressional thing here. This is the first time I've ever desperately needed a pee. Halfway through the podcast.
Go take a piss.
We'll cut this.
Yeah.
I hope you remember to cut that out.
Because
that'll be boring as fuck for people.
I have to edit this right after this.
So if a lot of this isn't cut out, I just need desperately need a pee. I felt like when I give my kids shit where they're like, we'll pass.
Struggling with the can there.
Yeah, we'll pass something. When I give my kid shit for not being able to open a can of Kango. Whenever they go, I need to pee, I need to pee, I need to pee. And I was like, how the fuck? We just passed somewhere you could have gone to the toilet.
Yeah.
How can you not need a pee and then immediately need a pee more than you've ever needed in your life?
Yeah.
And I've just experienced it.
Here, do you know what?
2 minutes ago, didn't need to pee. 30 seconds later, I would have fucking died if I didn't go there. So.
Great, just a fucking Mark. just roll it on.
What do you reckon your low point was? I reckon pissing myself during an episode of Cuts. That would be the.
It'd be great if I cut it and you just wear no trousers all of a sudden.
In a nappy.
Plant pot. Do you know what I found very funny? Because the actual joke, a lot of the joke is, you know, obviously he's chatting, he keeps going to the pub, and then he's like, "We're going to the pub." I actually thought it was a decent idea.
I think it's a great idea.
But the problem with it is, like, that pub did have too many windows.
Yeah.
There are better pubs. But I was like,
yeah.
And it would seem to be like in a really open part where everything could swarm in. I'm like, but at some pubs, I feel like
if you're going to go to a pub, go to Weatherspoons and hide in the toilet.
yeah.
And then by the time the zombies have navigated that fucking maze, and walked the 16 miles to the toilet, the army are already there anyway. So
you'd go Weatherspoons.
I would go Weatherspoons. Aye. That's what I was thinking this while I was watching it. I lament the kind of the death of the pub. I wish I was of a time where I had a local.
Oh, right, yeah.
I really do. I've never had a local in my life. I've had pubs near me.
Yeah, but not the one you'd be like, throw in there after that.
Yeah, like it fucking. I don't think pubs are the same at all anymore. I don't think they're the.
I wouldn't say so, no.
I think there's maybe...
There's remnants of some.
Aye, at best 3 good pubs in the whole of Britain now.
Well, fuck me, that's
3.
Well, that's quite a fucking claim now.
But yeah, I wish there was just... Because this looks like a proper shite hole of a pub as well.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Because I don't know what area of London this is supposed to be. But it looks grim.
Yeah. The Winchester. Sounds like a proper exact.
It does sound like a good pub, and it looks like a good pub.
And the guy behind the bar, that's the type of man you want in there.
Yeah, the guy that was connected. And then there's the guy at the bar that's like a fucking Lothario.
Yeah. The coccicidal maniac.
Yeah. That was funny. I liked the. Do you know? I thought I would hate the "Don't Stop Me Now" bit.
It's pretty good
because I knew about that as a scene.
It does come across like it wouldn't be. But when you watch it, like, it is pretty.
It does work well. Do you know, in my research, what song that was nearly? It was between "Don't Stop Me Now" and "Rasputin" by Boney M, which I think would also work.
It would.
Yeah.
Do you know what's a fucking brilliant scene? I think it's one of the better scenes in British films. Is the recreating the first walk when he walks the one shot.
Class.
Then he walks the whole way. I think it's so good. Simon Pegg does it perfect.
Yeah.
Like the whole act in it, and then the trip at the perfect part.
Yeah.
Really good trip.
Yeah.
Walks in, thing. The way back. The way back's very funny. How oblivious he is.
Yeah,
people like dead in the little doorways.
Yeah. The homeless guy comes up and asks for change, and then he explains. He's like, "I didn't even have enough change in the shop there." I'm like, yeah. Excellent. That is really good. Yeah. No, he's a fucking great director. Clever.
Do you know what I fucking didn't notice this time around? I never really put the face together because he was younger and chubbier in the shop. You got red on you. The young guy that works in the shop.
Who is he?
That's Timothy Spall's son, Rafe Spall.
Oh, right.
And he's thinner now, and he's older and thinner, and he does loads of good films. He's in like a couple of really good horror films, like The Ritual. But this time I looked at him, and oh my god, I've never really put it together.
He's only like 17 or something.
Yeah. You might even know his face if it's very funny. Rafe Spall, I believe his name is. Remember Timothy Spall?
I know. Yeah.
That's Rafe Spall. Do you know him?
Kind of. Wait a minute. Who's his spouse is Elise Dutoit.
Who the fuck's that?
She was in Hollyoaks.
There you go.
South African.
Oh, I seen her. Yeah. This one.
What the fuck? Like, what fucking... that just shows our level of different knowledge there. You're like, this guy Ray Spall, he's a bad guy. A lot of horror films. Is that Elise Dutoit from Hollywood?
That's so funny. Walton Goggins, he was in The Shield. Remember, you might have seen Justified. You're like, is that
Jack Bauer's daughter? What?
Is that Kimberly from Holby City? That's so funny.
I've got some quite good facts about this film.
Oh, I'd say this is one for the facts.
So I didn't realize how. So this was only released. This was supposed to be released exactly the same time as Dawn of the Dead.
Oh, right.
And it was made to be held back 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because they were just like
stop.
Because I think, like, from what I understand, they were supposed to. Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg were supposed to make this film years and years and years before.
They started the idea came from an episode of Spaced.
Aye, and then they're like, whatever studio were backing it went bust.
Okay.
And then Danny Boyle released 28 days later, and they just went, oh, for fuck's sake, like, shit, his fucking zombies run and shit like that, and they're proper badasses, and we've just got bumbling postmen going about.
I don't like the running ones are terrible. That's like Train to Busan and everything too. But like, I think like a lot of the, I've talked with Daniel. I've been talking to Schloss about this loads of times about what we do in this of zombie apocalypse, and his answer is running thing is the day that it breaks out, he's killing himself.
Just because he doesn't think there's any chance of survival.
No, he just says, I don't want to deal with that. He goes, I guarantee you I'd kill myself. And I'm like, I'm the opposite. I would love a free hit.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, I'd love to go on a zombie apocalypse, and then they're just like, when you die, they're like, all right, you're back to that day.
It would be class to... First of all, I prefer a zombie. I don't like a running zombie. I don't like a fast zombie. Yeah, I think the idea of... The threat and danger and scariness of a zombie is not one zombie.
It's the masses.
Aye, it's the constant. It's like a plague. That's why it's almost whenever zombie movies they talk about like there being an outbreak, and it is that it's like a virus that spreads, and it's shitloads of them.
Yeah,
that's why it's like at the end, they literally can't escape. Because there's just too many of the cunts. There's too many. There's just too many. That's the danger of them. Yeah. So when you've got fucking zippy wee bastards, that threat is diminished. Because then you're like,
I don't like the running ones too, just purely because of the fact that like you're meant to be dead.
Yeah, exactly.
Your brain's alive, and you're just like enough fucking thing to just go absolutely fucking full tilt. You have enough brain power to use your legs perfectly in a sprint.
You can't. You shouldn't be able to be. You shouldn't be faster after you die.
You
shouldn't gain speed by death.
Absolutely.
So, but if you were, say the start of a zombie apocalypse and you're in their back garden or a field or something, and there's like 5 of them, but you've got a driver. Fucking class. Rattling people in the face with a driver. Absolute, or a chain. Imagine a chainsaw. Imagine 10 of them coming at you slow, but you've got a chainsaw. The amount of time you would have to come up with inventive things to do to them. Like fucking one in the head, and then chop both their arms off, and then one right in the cock. Like fucking chainsaw right in the cock. Fucking great fun.
God. What do you think would be your... Like, what would you use to... I've got a theory, and it's kind of like... It's like that one where we said you hit it head on, like the tsunami's coming, you survive by running at it. I think if you shagged every zombie... if you went for them and shagged them, they're not going to be able to do anything. I don't know if you'd get infected if you shagged a zombie, do you reckon? I don't think so.
But the whole time, how would you stop them biting you while you're shagging them?
That's what I'm saying, doggy style. I'm not going to go in there missionary. Like,
do you know what? If you were to shag them doggy style, and they are fucking biting back at you like a dog,
they're never going to get you. The power is in you. And I know I'm basically talking about molesting.
Because then they're bucking about trying to get a fucking bite on you, and they're largely doing the work for you. You've just got to stand still and ride the mountain.
Ride it out. Ride out the planet.
That's a good idea.
I actually think shagging them's a decent idea.
Yeah. I don't think it'd be that nice though.
You never know.
You're not going to get much lubricant out of a
I think
dead.
it would be too much lubricant. I think you'd
Nah.
be like fucking arsehole collapsing around your dick.
Are they? See,
Fleshy.
zombies. Are zombies?
I nearly got sick there.
Are they? Are they brittle?
Yeah.
So there is a good chance
Because they are dying. The body's usually dying, so they're falling apart a little bit.
So there's a good chance you go up the arse and then you end up in the spleen or something like that.
Oh, I do. Yeah.
So you shag too hard, you'll literally shag their arse off.
Yeah. That'd be.
I'm out now.
Yeah, because they'd fall apart.
Aye.
They'd bite your cock, but because you went through the mouth, they bite it from that. Snip the helmet off.
The last thing you want is be shagging a zombie up the arse.
Yeah.
And then grabbing its hair. And then pulling the head clean off, and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. Now,
bite your elbow.
Like, it's bad enough. It's bad enough when you're shagging a corpse, but now you're shagging a headless corpse. That's a step too far now.
There's another thing as well. If the pandemic's ever sorted, like if the whole thing's ever going out, the people know who you are.
You're known as the guy.
They're like, you that mad cunt.
Like,
You still have a podcast? Man, fucking, you went straight shagging them.
But also, imagine you're in the streets and there's other people using someone's using kitchen knives, another guy's grabbed an axe, like a fire axe you would use to break out a building, right? And they're chopping them apart, and they look around, and you're just horsing one of them up the arse.
Also, what happens when you finish? Actually, my theory's going to shite now. Because what happens, you'd either, like, I presume you're not in there if you'd finish or not. The problem is, what happens if another one comes up? When's the part where you go, that's enough of this? You'd have to shag it somehow to death.
Aye.
Which you can't.
You can't do that.
Not really, no.
No.
Without it biting you.
No. Aye, because now you're talking, now you're not even shagging them to destroy them. Now you're shagging them for pure pleasure.
Aye.
So now it's become a totally different game.
Yeah, okay.
If you've not got any chance to, all you're doing is keeping them busy.
yeah, that's
You're
what
not
it is.
destroying them.
Yeah.
Because the zombie's not going to turn around and go, well, you fucking showed me, and then bugger off home. They're still going to come at you again, and then you're going to go,
around like, for the last time, I'm just homeless. I'm so sorry, man. I thought I cured you when you started talking there.
I reckon axe would be the best. An axe. A hand axe.
Okay, you have a hand axe, right? I have my problems with hand axes. I know people say crossbow wrong. No.
Too long to reload.
I would say I would love a small sword.
But yes.
Right? Because I think axe has the ability to get stuck.
That's true.
That's true. My main problems are. I think that'll get stuck. Guns are kind of pointless. Shotgun, I would tick.
A shotgun again, you've got the reloading problem.
You've got a reloading problem.
If you've got tons of them coming at you.
Yeah.
I think you need a hand weapon.
Yeah, I think
that's going to get them away from you. Now,
scything through it.
Yes, that's a baseball bat would be good to batter their heads in.
Yeah,
but some of them are going to take more of a battering, and that's going to knacker you out. Your idea of the sword.
Not a hit, like a short.
The sword. See in Pulp Fiction when Bruce Willis is going through upstairs and he's like, he puts down the small chainsaw,
like a katana,
and then he puts in the baseball. Yeah, that sword. That's the perfect thing for a zombie.
Yeah. Ones are too big as well. You'll be tired, and also fucking.
You don't want a claymore.
Yeah,
a small samurai sword.
That's just fucking whipping it around. Like,
Highlander.
You come at me 5 at a time.
So yeah, a samurai sword is probably the best weapon for a zombie attack.
Do you think you get bored though, right, in a zombie apocalypse after like 10 years and you're living in that life, right? And you're in the city, say, and you can't really get out of certain buildings. I think a good thing to have would be a Zorb ball.
Oh.
Just go fucking crowd surfing, running across the top.
Yeah. Because they wouldn't know to bite that.
No, they'd be just like, whoa.
Aye.
And you'd be fucking having a great time. Mind you, you could easily get caught then down in it, and then they might get
they're on top of you.
But I mean, I feel like if you're fairly pelting, you need to have that really planned for it to work out at the end.
Aye.
You have to get out of the Zorb ball at some stage.
Aye, see, that's... Aye, cause you're going to have to eat at some point.
Yeah.
Can't it be in the Zorb ball?
Just a fucking couple of cans of
Plus,
Coke.
I don't know if a Zorb ball... You seem to be treating a Zorb ball like a a fucking bowling thing and they're all pins here. I don't think a Zorb ball would have the density to knock over a shitload of zombies.
I don't want to knock them over. I want to crowd surf.
Oh, you're on top of them.
Like a big massive
So they've
swarm.
got their hands up.
Yeah, and I'm going to run across their hands up.
And you've got brake stuff on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
You know,
That's a decent idea.
We fucking a couple of cans of Coke and a bag of crisps, sellotaped on the inside, and I'd say like a speaker, like a portable speaker too. Yeah, playing zombie. Like in the film actually.
Is it?
Yep, zombie plays when he's in.
Not the Cranberries.
Oh no, sorry. No. Was it Kraftwerk 3030 or
Oh,
something?
is it Zombie Nation? What is that?
Zombie Nation.
Zombie Nation, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, I didn't play zombies.
And you never find out why this has started either. Because I assume it's happening all through the world because it's on the parts of newspapers and stuff.
Yeah.
But everybody, they make a statement of society, a societal statement over that they don't notice anything that's going because we're all zombies. We're all living our life as zombies anyway. We get up, we go to work all day, and then I felt that was kind of hammered over.
Okay, that was over.
I was like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
Can't be fucked out here. It's no.
I did like at the end when they had them in like fun shows where they're making them run on like.
That was very funny. Yeah.
They're fucking like, oh, he's dead.
Yeah. That part of it's a knockout and shit like that. Yeah.
But one thing that would never happen purely because of the fact that some people would recognize their family members.
Yeah.
It's like, is that? If you're on Gladiator and fucking they're just pummeling somebody, fucking when the head comes off, like, that was Uncle Derek.
Yeah.
Not enough of the zombies have their cocks out.
Why would they?
I don't really know.
I agree there should be some naked because not everyone's going to be. Some of them, someone's going to have been asleep.
Peter Cernatovic was naked in this.
Yes, he is because he comes out, he gets attacked. I'm assuming he gets bitten in the shower.
No, he gets bitten. Remember, he comes back from work. I got mugged. He goes, I got mugged.
That's right, but he's in the shower when he turns into a zombie. That's it, yeah.
Oh, prick.
Aye.
He's not in.
Aye. There should be more of that, aye.
Do you know, did you like the part when they first kind of like, there's a woman in the garden and they push her through and they start throwing the
records at her?
vinyls?
Yeah.
Batman.
I liked, what I really liked, I liked the fact that she fell on the spike to put your washing line on. And then you could see Simon Pegg through the hole.
Yeah,
I was like, that was cool. Yeah, so what is it? They throw Blue Monday at him for one point. He gets raging at that, and then they go to the Prince albums.
Yeah.
Some like
original pressing.
Purple Rain, no. Sign of the Times, no. Batman theme, yeah, throw it.
It's such a stupid fucking.
Yeah.
He's like, this is doing nothing. It just basically stuck in one of them. They're like, perfect. I enjoy how bad they are because then he runs and just goes clean through his own garage door. Spectacularly. Yeah. And then they beat him to death. But you know the part, you know, when, you know the one that bites his Muller? He's like, I think whatever lives around here. You know the one where they ram the fucking. But when he first gets the.
Oh, yeah.
They throw it to him and he just goes.
Yeah.
And hit some of the tennis ball part, the swing ball.
No, swing ball, yeah.
That's not what.
No, listen, I enjoyed.
I actually do get it. If you didn't watch any of them, that stuff too, that's odd.
Yeah.
You know, I do think that there's a certain romance about it all because of before and after, you know.
Yeah. I take it Simon Pegg has gone on to have a massively more successful career than Nick Frost.
Aye.
I always find that as because it happens with so many like
duos.
I always find that a bit because I mean Simon Pegg's like cute, he's fucking in every Mission Impossible film now.
Star Treks.
Aye, yeah, fucking nice Scotty and Star Trek.
He just
what did Nick Frost do after this?
He did a lot of more comedy shows. But I don't know about big films. Like I know
he's kind of touted for Hagrid in the new Harry Potter series that HBO are making. But but yeah, I always feel like.
He does a lot of TV shows, yeah. He does a lot more of them type of things nowadays, but I don't.
I wonder if bitterness and resentment exists.
I think they both. I might be wrong on this, or it might be just Simon Pegg, which would be further thing. But I'm pretty sure they have a company together that makes stuff. They still do that.
Maybe he doesn't want to. Yeah. Maybe he doesn't want it to be in Mission. I don't imagine.
Yeah.
I think you would want to be in the Mission Impossible films.
I think, you're not going to turn that down.
Yeah.
We'll go up, get a Sky Max program coming up.
No, sorry, guy. I'm filming Waterloo Road this week.
yeah. I like him. He's good.
Aye.
Really good, mate.
Nah, it was good. It was good.
You want to go at next week's film?
Yeah.
We have loads of zombie films, by the way, on the Patreon, so keep joining that and everything like that. We do have zombie questions to answer.
Right.
We have more like in-depth zombie questions that people have asked. We've answered one or two of them, in fairness, like Cullen and flying zombies, but what we do and all of that type of shit. Do you have anything to plug, actually, before I do that?
Just my tour.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Yeah.
If you're Irish, I'm there this week.
It's all that. I'll probably be announcing my Fringe show this week as well.
If you're
at some point. I still need to register it.
Oh God, I did it last night. You make such a fucking arse of it.
It's the most boring thing possible.
I kind of fucked up. I'll tell you about it after off thing, but it's pretty funny. I'm doing 3 work in progress shows only.
It's so boring filling it all in. Because the amount of mistakes that you could make.
Then it's making it really difficult. Like, what's this? And their ticket price and the concession thing, and I'm like,
and then there's various like, do you want to be part of Fringe Friends?
I don't know what it is.
Do you want this group of people to be allowed in?
Yeah. Do you want babies under the age of 2, 1, 18 months? I'm like, why would I have a
Babes
distinction?
in arms. I'm like, I don't know what that
15
means.
months. Get the fuck. 16. Bring them in. I'm like, I've already said over 18s. This shouldn't
But
even
they
be
will
an option.
also exactly. Yeah, I would love to just ban everyone apart from babies. You can only come in if you're with a baby, and the baby's getting charged as well.
Double. For charging the baby double. I saw this movie, and I had another movie coming up, but I saw this in a thing, and I just wanted to do it because I feel like it's a terrible idea.
Okay. Oh God.
So next week we are doing what I consider a classic. I'll give you. It stars Jet Li and Aaliyah. Romeo Must Die.
Oh God. I saw it years ago.
It's so shit.
Yeah.
It's plenty to like. I remember a part where he kicks a guy in the spine. It just zooms into the spinal cord, going,
Yes.
Yeah. You know, like it's an episode of earlier. So Jet Li, they've got weapons. They've got posses. And they've got no chance against a former Hong Kong cop, Han Sing. Shite.
Yeah, excellent stuff.
Romeo Must Die. Delroy Lindo's in it, though.
That's one of those old school DVDs as well. Look, with a cardboardy
outside.
the cardboardy flap. Yeah. They're proper early DVDs. Them.
It looks like it's blue molded.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, but a Jet Li, like that big zoomed in gun. If you see that. Romeo Must Die. We'll have plenty to talk about in that because I remember it back in the day.
Excellent stuff.
It says 15 in the box and 18's. Oh, no. 18 on one side.
Yeah.
All right. Romeo Must Die.
Romeo Must Die next week. That'd be good fun. Yeah. Keep. Last week's episode did really, really well. Also, I'm trying to work out Podbean, who are our podcast hosts, have changed their analytical thing now, where there are both numbers for downloads and numbers for listeners.
Okay.
And I'm trying to say I know what the fuck it means between the two.
I think downloads ones you actually literally have to download it.
Downloads ones you have to, but I want to know. There's something about if people go on and listen to it, but it says unique listeners as well. Okay. So I'm wondering if people are just going on and listening it through that.
Okay.
Or because I don't know, because then I'm like. Because I was looking at it today and I was like, if that's true, then a shitload more of people than I ever thought have listened to this podcast.
Yeah, there would be a fair whack, you know, because a lot of people now listen also through the Patreon. So them numbers we've already chipped a couple hundred off that.
So I'm trying to get my head around all that. So I'm gonna read their guide. They sent me a guide.
Did they?
To say we've changed our analytics.
And while we're at this, actually, because I put, if you are in the Patreon, because I know a lot of people have asked about this, about the RSS feed and putting it onto Spotify. There's apparently a way of doing it. I've clicked the thing that labels it. You have to work it out from there, but it's something to do with an RSS feed, feeding it into Spotify, and all the Patreons even come up if you've paid, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go. Whatever.
Piece of shit of me. I've never heard of any of that stuff.
Yeah. Same. I'm actually ahead of you in it, and I'm like everybody in the Discord and stuff's just like, you're so shit at everything thing. I'm like, yeah.
Well, why? Like, if everyone in the Discord knows how to do this,
they have.
All we need is one person to explain.
They've all
how
sent,
to do this.
They've all sent me articles, and
Right.
and I'm still just stupid.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
Bye.
Fair enough.
Got it.
Right. Bye bye.